Hi guys, I am cooking in my kitchen today. As you can see, boiling my water for my brown rice. And the oil heating up a little bit. I am going to cook these vegetables along with these meatless meatballs, and I'm going to add some tortilla chips. So I'll serve all of this over some tortilla chips, and it should be a nice quick meal for me. So first I'm going to start with these meatless meatballs. I had these left over from earlier and a previous meal that I made before. And so I'm going to use these. So I have a little meatless meat. And this is hot, so I hope it doesn't pop all over me. But I might break these down into little ground meats, or I might just leave them like this. But I think once I cook them, I'm going to add or cut them in half after they're done, just to put over my tortilla chips, and they'll be a little easier to scoop because I did get the scoop chips. So I'm just tossing these around in the oil so that they brown nicely. This was my first time buying this bag. I don't do a lot of meatless meats because most of them have soy in them, but today I am. I think just balance is key. I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I do. I'm trying to maintain my weight and don't want to get too small. It's hard for me to hold on to weight. So I am trying to make something quick because I do have a little newborn baby who needs all of my attention. And I hear her crying a little bit in the background, but she might be okay. So I got a nice box of a carton of veggies, and they looks like they would be pretty good. They were on sale at the store for $5. So I have the peppers, the onions, and this. So I am going to cook all this up, and I made it in a little olive oil. This, I made a burger earlier, and so I used the same oil, so that's just a little bit of the burger meat in there, but it's same day, so it's okay. And then I'm going to boil my brown rice. If I can do this with one hand without making a mess. So it's just me, but sometimes I make a little more so that I can have extra meals. And if I don't use all this for my tacos or tortillas, I can definitely use it for something else. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that and just cover that. I'm making a mess. It's okay, I'll clean it up. Make sure it is on the fire. So I boil it first and then I turn it down. So this I'm also going to cover, but what I'm going to do is add a little ginger. So I pretty much add ginger to everything since it's such a good anti-inflammatory herb and so many other benefits. Helps with digestion. I'm adding a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, just a little bit. I normally don't use that salt. I use the Himalayan sea salt, but I was on a budget and that was on sale. So I only use a little bit of that. Careful not to use too much because it is very salty. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika, just a little bit. And I also have some taco seasoning that I'm going to add on there. And because the soy meats a lot of times don't have a lot of flavor, I add more taco seasoning than I would normally if it were meat, which I haven't had in a long time. But I can always add more if I don't add enough. So I'm going to stir this up. And I had it on low. I'm going to turn it up a little bit and mix this together. I was going to make some fajita tacos, and that's why I decided to get these. They were already cut up because I was going to just get green onions, but the price on this just looks a little more appetizing to me. So I'm going to let this sizzle for a while and leave it alone, and then I should have a nice delicious meal, and it should be good to go. If you want more pictures of the finished meal, you can go to my page on Instagram at Rise Above Self. That's RISEAB as in boy, OVE self, SELF.com. Also, my website is riseaboveself.live. Edit Aurora, that's spelled AURORA.com. I hope you can use this meal for yourself. My baby is crying, so I have to leave you. It was nice sharing my meal with you. Hope you enjoy. Bye.